Hello boys and girls. I wanted to show off my new toy to you all. This is my new 30-inch all-electric riding mower. It's made by GREENWORKS. Now this particular mower, like I said, it's 30 inches and it has kind of an odd look to it, unique. Look, notice how boxy the back end is, and I wasn't sure why that is until I noticed this is the discharge for the mower, and notice it goes up under the body, and so that's what they did. They tried to tuck in the discharge, and back here on the back it's big and boxy, so you can hang a clippings box. Or a clippings bag. And this one uses 4 60-volt batteries. Now, I like this idea, and these batteries are pretty chunky and good size, but the idea, my thinking was, if one of these batteries go bad, I only have to buy one battery. I don't have to buy an entire gigantic suitcase style. Troy-Bilt makes a 30-inch rider, and they use a suitcase style of 56-volt, and that mower is made by MTD, and I had to search and search, and finally I found a replacement battery from MTD is $1,095, $1,100 bucks, and I can't remember if it uses 1 or 2. Now recently Ryobi has gone to the 80-volt battery, and it too is a suitcase style. Now they used to make a 30-inch tractor mower, but it's not available anymore. I guess they not making it for 25, I don't know, whatever. But it uses one of those, and they have 42-inch mowers which use 2. And their battery is a 80-volt. Home Depot's got it for $900. Can you imagine? The 42 uses 2 of those, so that's $1,800 worth of batteries, and they got 0 turns. I think 0 turns is the ugliest damn mower there was, but then again, if you're talking equipment, you know, people don't normally buy equipment, which is a tool, based on what they look. Although I do have to admit, on the GREENWORKS, they have a 42 like this, which isn't all chunky back here, and it is more handsome. And I really would have liked to have bought that more, except I got a hell of a deal on this thing. I'm usually the guy that hears about a hell of a deal the day after. Well, what happened, I've been looking at this one and looking at the 42, and then I look at this one and I look at the 42, and so one day I was looking at this one. Oh, I noticed that the factory website didn't show this. I thought, well, that's sure curious. Oh, Walmart, Tractor Supply carries this. I think Ace Hardware, I'm not sure, but there seem to be all kinds of companies that carry this thing, and I have a local Walmart, so that was my choice. And so I went to their website, and this one didn't appear, and I was thinking, well, they didn't discontinue this thing like Ryobi did. Ryobi had one of these 30-inch, and they quit making it. And of course, like I was telling you, I got a problem with that 80-volt battery, so I really wasn't anxious to buy one. But anyway, so I went to Walmart, and Walmart had, I don't remember what they call it, a pop-up sale, something kind of a weird thing. You had to, they got this new program Walmart has, where I think it costs you $100 a year, and they have special sale things, half price. And that's what this was. This thing is normally $3,500, and Walmart was going to let it go for $2,000. But I had to join the club, and it just so happens, I guess they're introducing this club, and so it was half price. So would I pay $50 to join the club to save, what did I save, $1,400? Oh, hell yeah! And that's exactly what I did. I joined the club, and I bought this thing, and GREENWORKS has a facility in Tennessee. But the more I go around this thing and I familiarize myself with this thing, I'm pretty sure it's made in China. I'm not absolutely certain. But on the other hand, I will acknowledge, I think this thing's very well built. It's every one of GREENWORKS mowers has a front trailer hitch. Why, you might ask? Well, they really don't have any use for it themselves, but they leave it up to the users. Now, one of the things I do, I have a chain hoist in my shop. So I put a strap in there and put the pin in, and I use that to hoist this thing up and stand it on its tail so I could spray the underdeck. I spray the underdeck of my mowers with this stuff called slip plate. Took me a while to remember the name. But anyway, there's all kinds of products on the market. Just go through YouTube. YouTube will show you all kinds of guys, and they spray their decks with all kinds of stuff. Well, being brand new, I thought that would be an ideal time to spray it. Anyway, that's why I stood it on its nose. This seat is really nice. It's so nice, I hate to mess it up, so I'm going to put a seat cover on it. It tips up, but I'm not too sure why. There's really nothing that happens. Another thing you can do with this front hitch, if you have a camping trailer or a boat, you can put your thing on there and park it. The house I used to live in, I bought a trailer and I learned more bad words trying to back that thing. That damn thing, it was beside the garage, and I had to make kind of an S-turn to get it up the driveway, around the garage, and back into where I wanted to put it. I had a hell of a time backing that thing up. And so if you have ever backed anything from the front, it's a dream come true. How many times have you seen a truck on YouTube or in real life that has a front trailer hitch for their boat? That's why, because it steers so much easier. It steers like I was going to say like a forklift. Well, kind of, sort of. Anyway, it's much. So this thing has a big ugly pan back here that the clippings bag connects to. This thing here pops right off. And here's the mower discharge right there. Goes right into the bag. I guess the bag rests here, and then it's supported up here. I don't think it's supported. All it does, it just keeps the bag from falling off right there. And it's even got a clip down here to keep it in place. And of course, right here they have a safety switch that the safety Nazis had to make sure they put on. And so anyway, I'm probably going to remove this because I don't have the bag, and it's a $350 option. I don't plan to ever use the bag because I live in the country. We don't bag out here. We mulch more than anything, or just blow it out there. We don't care about that. Now, one of the features I liked about this mower too is that it has one charger connection, and it came with a wall charger. Now, I've seen mowers that have individual batteries like this, and they'll give you 2 or 3 little bench top chargers. And I think that's a bunch of shit. You got to take it out and put it in there. It's got to charge. You got to take it back and put it back. And oh, yeah, what a bunch of work, a hassle. So this one here, you just do it right here, and you leave them in the mower. Has a nice control panel. The red one is the mower, engage and disengage key. Got electronic display, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is not standard amongst all electronic riding mowers. It has an hour meter built into it. My Troy-Bilt gas did not come with one, so I had to buy one and mount it. My John Deere came with one. My Husqvarna came with one, and they're like $10, and they're really handy to have, and it really helps you. I mean, it's you really need to know how many miles, how many hours you got, so you know when your oil change. Although a lot of people, rule of thumb, they just every spring they just give it their mower a full service, and that works too. Notice how this thing has lug nuts and on lug studs. That's usually the mark of a garden tractor for ground engaging plows and rototillers and such. I don't know if this one really is up to that or not, but there they are. And on behind these wheels is a drum brake. I was really surprised. They actually had drum brakes on this thing. And now right here there's a little compartment. I call it a glove box because it's no bigger than that. And for some reason there's a big electrical connector. This thing doesn't have a whole lot of space in it. There is a hole so that if it gets liquid in there, it'll drain. And I like that these have a little latch on them. I don't know what's with the that's kind of unnecessary. What I would have liked to have seen, though, would have been some insulation around these. I don't know, if this thing's sitting in the yard and the sprinkler comes on, you don't want to get all that wet. And that's something else about electronic mower. Something else, this has a nice bumper besides this. And actually, I have a step which goes on the back of a pickup truck, so you can step up and get in the bed. I put that right here. Another thing I use this thing for, the step and the hitch, I put a long bar of steel, I have it bolted to the step, and using the chain, I tow my push mower and mow the ditches out by my road. Let me show you.